Hey YouTube, this is napRISApy checking in, and I just wanted you guys to be aware that this is a new thing for me, starting putting videos up on YouTube and just kind of sharing my journey going natural. And I wanted you all to know a little bit about what napRISApy is all about. And I wanted to, number one, share my journey about going natural, why I went natural. Number two, to kind of share information from a different perspective by interviewing professionals in the field of cosmetology and trying to get some more information in terms of color, different methods you can use to maintain your natural hairstyles, some of the differences we go through from being natural and relaxed, those types of things. So be looking out for those videos because they're going to be coming. But I thought it important to kind of backtrack a little bit because I've made a couple of tutorials, and I also did a natural hair videography type of a thing of just showing you my hairstyles from when I started till now. Like the style today, this is my first updo style, and I was just really playing around with a twist out that I had, and I didn't want to do the twist out anymore, and I had never been able to do a pin-up. Well, I've never done a pin-up. I won't say I've never been able to do one, and I just put a couple bobby pins on it, and this is the result. And I posted a little video up for that. I was so excited about it. But I wanted you guys to know that I have been 100% natural for 2 years, and I transitioned for a year with weaves, wigs, and that was my main way to transition. But I wanted to go natural a few times before I actually did. As a matter of fact, when my sister got married about 7 years or so ago, I wanted to go natural, and I had talked to my hairstylist at the time, told her what I wanted to do, and I felt like if anyone could help me, it would be my hairstylist. And we stopped putting a relaxer on my hair and started trying to grow it out, and I was looking for different styles. And she did one style, adding hair to my hair, and the resulting style ended up looking like something off of Milli Vanilli or something. It was a crazy experience, and so I kind of just felt deflated at that point, and I just said, you know what, never mind, I'm gonna go ahead and just stay relaxed. And she was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I just didn't feel like I had the support that I needed at the time to do it. My sister went natural first, and my baby sister went natural first, and she did the big chop, and I was very disturbed by that. I have to explain it to you because when she did the big chop, there was no color, there was no, it's just hard to explain. I just felt like short hair, it just didn't look her best, and I found myself not being supportive of her when she was doing it. And I ended up having to apologize for her because going natural these days is a big deal, and the last thing you want is someone close to you giving you grief about it, you know what I mean? So I had to apologize to my sister for that, but I began to understand as I was beginning my own journey how difficult that switch is in your head to make, and when you don't have the support to even still do it, it really takes a lot in an individual to do that. So I have to say high five and kudos to my baby sis for just going and doing her thing, because she is a really truly spectacular individual, and she's been natural longer than I have, but she wears her hair short. She's thinking about transitioning now to locks, and I just think it's a wonderful process to have seen her grown in her inner woman and expressing herself through her hair, through her style. I just think it's a great thing. So the second time I wanted to go natural, it was actually as a result of a chemical issue. I had wanted to do blonde hair, and the hairdresser had waited and waited and waited before she put a relaxer in, to the point where we just had to put a relaxer in. So I ended up losing my hair in a couple of spots, like huge spots. And so it was just a huge ordeal for me, and I just thought, you know what, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done with the chemicals. I'm done with the going back and forth. So I decided at that point to go natural. I had my hair weaved up, sew-in weave, and I wore that like that until I was ready to cut all of the blonde off. And when I did that, I had, I still had relaxed hair, but I had grown it out enough where we could cut the blonde off and I could wear it outside of the weave. And so that's what I did when I actually started to transition. And that's what it was. It was a chemical burn. Something that simple where the person who was doing my hair at the time just didn't have the skill to do the color and the relaxer. So I felt like I don't do chemicals. I don't do color. I've never put a relaxer on my head. I've always been to professionals. So to me, when I have an issue where clumps of my hair come out, that's not my fault. That's your fault as a cosmetologist. See what I'm saying? And not to point any fingers at all, because I love her dearly, but I just feel like as a result of that, I needed that experience because it helped prompt me. Now, am I promoting you going out and getting a chemical issue and having half your hair come out? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying everybody's journey is different. And that's how I started mine. It was the catalyst I needed to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I haven't looked back since. Did I get support? I got support from my baby sister. I didn't get support from a few other of my sisters. And that's just the way it is. But at that point, I was like, you know what? This is me. Deal with it. This is what I'm going to do. This is healthy for me, and it's where I want to go. So that's how I ended up going natural, and I have not regretted it ever since. I will have to say, professionally, I have had more support from younger people than older people. Older black women always look at me kind of crazy, or they look at me and go, so, boo, when you get your relaxer put back in. And I'm like, I'm not, Oh, really? You're not? And I think that's just a generational thing, or an individual thing, because I've had some older women that are really high-fiving me for it and just really appreciating me rocking my look and my style. So anyway, I want to encourage every one of you that are considering going natural to do it. Do it the best way that is for you. I could not do the big chop. I transitioned with weave, and I transitioned with wigs. My sister did the big chop, but everybody's different. And I think that there are so many people out there who have so much knowledge to help you that I think that now is a great time to do that. There's so many different resources, websites, YouTube channels, and there are some very talented, beautiful young women that are doing their thing and doing it well. I just hope that I can contribute to the body of knowledge, and it would be something to help somebody who is trying to make that decision or maintain their hairstyle as they are. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. I hope that as you're visiting my channel that you get something out of it and that it's helpful. And remember, rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for visiting napRISApy, where I am simply wild about natural. Peace.